Yo, what's up guys, we are back, and tomorrow marks the 2-year anniversary that I got my Nintendo Switch. Now, it's always been a fun little thing to look back every now and then with a console, and after you've had it for a while, and just see, you know, what kind of games you've collected for it, what kind of accessories you've got for it. And I did one of these last year. But I figured I'd do one more, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I spiced things up with this background here. I think it looks nice. But here we go. So, hopping right on in, we're going to start with accessories. Which, first of all, I have these bad boys. Which I actually unboxed yesterday. So, if you did not see that unboxing, go check it out. They are the Hori Split Pad Pro controllers, and I like them a lot. I've actually been using them a lot since I got them yesterday, and they're really fun. They're really fun. They do make the Switch a lot bigger, as you can see here. There's a much larger Joy-Con than what you would normally have. And they honestly remind me of like an Xbox 360 controller. The button quality for the face buttons is about on par with what you would get with an Xbox 360 controller. The sticks are about on par with an Xbox 360 controllers. The shoulder buttons are about on par with an Xbox 360 controller. However, the triggers and the D-pad are different from what you would see on an Xbox 360 controller. And also you have these paddles on the back here that you can program. But overall, really great controller. I've been getting a lot of use out of them. I only got them yesterday, and I feel like I've probably already put 9 hours of use into them. They're really nice. They're from Hori. I like them. They're great. They do make the Switch look massive, though, compared to the standard Joy-Cons. But moving right along, let me just go ahead and put that back in the dock. Speaking of docks, I also have this little guy. Now, I actually did a video on this a while back. I'll try to remember in the description to put links to all the videos that I'm referencing here. So a link to my unboxing of these guys, and then a link to this here, maybe a few others as we go along, but this is actually a dock for the Nintendo Switch. Now, third-party docks for the Nintendo Switch you should never use because they have been known to break the Switch. However, this is not a third-party dock. This is actually an official dock from Nintendo that I took apart, took all the components out, and put into this plastic casing. So, the only thing different is the housing. All of the internals of this dock are the exact same internals that you would have on an official Nintendo dock. So this is, for all intents and purposes, an official dock, just in a much smaller form factor. I actually keep this in my travel bag that I bring with me when I go places, just in case I ever am like, hey, I want to hook up my Switch to somebody's TV. I got my dock right here. You can actually fit this in your pocket too. Like, this is very small form factor. I like it. Moving right along, I also have my Butterfox Nintendo Switch case, which houses all of my physical copies. A few things like my Anker USB-C charger, which if you have not seen my video on the USB-C epidemic for the Switch, I will try to put that in the link as well, because you do have to be very specific on which USB-C devices you use with the Switch as far as charging the Switch, because if you're not using a charger that has the proper resistors for the Switch, then you could actually brick your Switch, which is exactly why the third-party docks often brick the Switch. The Switch uses USB-C, but its voltage regulation is not USB-C compliant. So what happens is, if you're using a charger that does not have a certain resistor, I believe it's a 7 ohms resistor off the top of my head. Again, all this info will be in the video I'll link. But basically, if you're not using a proper charger for your Switch, or a proper dock, then you can actually break your Switch. Off the top of my head, obviously the official Nintendo stuff is safe to use because it's made by Nintendo. But they also have the Anker brand USB-C chargers, which are also confirmed to be safe to use with your Switch. Anything else, I would try to stay away from. But anyway, I also have this little Nyko kickstand on the back of my Switch. It's a metal Nyko kickstand with a place to keep an extra micro SD in the back, which I actually do have an SD in there. Now, I do not recommend this accessory. It looks nice. I like the way it looks. And it functions better than the official stand because it's a bit more rigid. However, do not buy this. It was cheap. It was only like $5. It's an aluminum, I believe aluminum. I assume it's an aluminum. But it is a proper kickstand. The problem with this, and the reason I wish I never got it, is because this is made out of a harder metal than the bracket that is in the actual Switch. So what happens is, over time, the metal on this stand will actually eat away at the bracket inside the Switch, and now you can see it's very loose. It just falls right out. I can't even really put it back in half the time. There it goes. So you can see, oh, there it goes. It's gone. So, do not buy these. I have been told that Nyko now sells plastic stands with the same design, and I believe they took the metal ones off of shelves for that exact reason. But if you ever happen to see one of these out in the wild, the metal stand, do not buy it. It looks cool, it does work better than the official stand, but eventually it'll do that. So, just do not, stay away from that one. That being said, we have a few more accessories to go over. The next is another controller, if I can find it. It's somewhere on my desk. There we go. This, as most of you are aware, is the PowerA wireless GameCube controller. I absolutely love this thing. If you own a Nintendo Switch and you own Smash Bros, which, let's be honest, if you own a Nintendo Switch and you don't own Smash Bros, what's wrong with you? Alright, that's like a must-have for the Switch. But if you own the Switch and you own Smash Bros, you need one of these. This is required. I don't care if you have a Pro controller, this is the way to play Smash. Alright, this right here. Not sponsored, just legal purposes, I have to say that. But this is a solid controller, and it's actually not that expensive compared to the Pro controller and, even Joy-Cons, really. This is less than what you would pay for Joy-Cons. So, really good controller. PowerA wireless GameCube controller. And they have a wired version as well that is half the price of this. It's the exact same controller, but it's wired. And you can get it for $25. So, there's no reason not to have one of these. So, fantastic. I absolutely love it. And then, in addition to all of those accessories, I also have the Nintendo Labo stuff. Now, I'm not going to showcase that because I did like a 10-hour stream on them. Again, link in the description if I remember to put them there. But the Nintendo Labo stuff I have in storage. I didn't feel like digging it all out just for this one video, but you guys know what Nintendo Labo is. It's fun. It's a unique concept. It's one of those things I really do not use it very often, admittedly. I do like the concept. I do still stand by my statement that Labo is a really cool idea. But the only time I ever really use it is when I have people over to my house and it's just like, hey, look at this cool thing I can do. And then, you know, I bring out usually the piano. That's the one I show them because that's the most mind-blowing in my opinion. So I'll bring that piano out and, you know, I'll show it to them and we'll play around with it for about 20 minutes. And it's a nice talking piece is what it is. If you have younger children around, like if you have, you know, a younger brother or cousin or whatever, it's a cool little thing to, you know, keep them occupied for a while. But anyway, so that's pretty much all of the accessories out of the way. So now let's go ahead and talk about the games that I have. So I'm going to turn on my Switch. I'm going to grab my little controller here, and we're gonna go ahead and hop on over, and it should be no surprise. Let me just go ahead and turn desktop volume off. I keep getting notifications. I don't know if those are showing up in the video or not, but anyway, so let's talk about the games I have. It should come as no surprise that I have Smash Bros. That's obvious. I actually do have Fortnite on here. I had it on here for a little while because we were playing it on our channel back when it first came out on Switch. And then after a while, I deleted it because I'm not really much of a Fortnite guy. And then Chapter 2 came out, and I re-downloaded it because Chapter 2 kind of caught my interest. I still don't play it, like, ridiculously often. I did play a little bit today just to test out my new Split Pad Pro controllers, which I must say work very well with Fortnite. I'm very pleased with that. So, I do have that, but let's go ahead and go over all of the games. I have Arcade Archives Punch-Out, the original Punch-Out. I have Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Daemon X Machina, Dark Souls Remastered, DC Universe Online, which I really don't play all that often, which is why it's not downloaded right now, but, you know, it's a game I fuck around with every now and then. Dead by Daylight, Fortnite, Doom 3, Doom 2, the original Doom, the Doom remake, and soon Doom Eternal, because I already have it pre-ordered. But of course I don't have it yet, so it's not on here yet, but I do have Doom Eternal pre-ordered. So we have a lot of Doom on this console. We also have Deltarune Chapter 1. We have Hand of Fate 2, which I wasn't particularly pleased with. I saw the trailers for it, and it looked like something that would be really cool. In concept, it was a really cool idea, but I really didn't play it all that much. It's kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons-esque thing, except whenever you get into a scenario, say for example, you make a choice and then, oh no, you're being attacked by bandits, you actually play out those scenarios as if it were like an RPG, which is really cool. It's a really cool concept. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Then we have Hollow Knight, we have Kill la Kill, which I absolutely love Kill la Kill. We have Life Goes On. We have Lines X, which was just one of those games that was like on sale on the eShop for like 50 cents. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. It's 50 cents. Let's get it. We have Mega Man 11. We have, of course, the Labo Toy-Con Variety Kit 1. And then, of course, the Entertainment System Online. We have Night Trap, which I will be going back to eventually. I need to look up a tutorial for Night Trap. I know people were actually kind of interested in that stream. I know Shadow loved that stream. I haven't had the time for it. You know, it's a very complex game to learn, and you know, it hasn't been super high on the priority list, but we will go back to it eventually. We have Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Trilogy. We have Midnight Deluxe, which is just a cute little game. I don't really play it on the channel because there's not a whole lot there, but it's a nice game to play just in your spare time. It's cute, it's got a nice little art style, and it's very relaxing. It's a very chill game. We have Membrane, which was a game we played a while back. We have Nothing, or No Thing, which is a very trippy game. You know, again, this was one of those ones that was on sale for like next to nothing. I do have fun with it though. It's a really fun game. It's a really repetitive game though. One Strike, again, one of those games that I caught on sale for like next to nothing. Then we have Overwatch. We have Ace Attorney Trilogy, which we will be going back to, I promise. A lot of people are wanting that back. It's gonna happen. Pokemon Quest. Pokemon Quest was a fun game. I might go back to it eventually. It's just a very grindy game. I never bought any of the DLC, so I actually got Pokemon Quest for free. I never spent any money on it. If you actually do buy the DLC, you can get through the game a lot easier. But there's no fun in that, so I just play it without the DLC. And I just kind of got burnt out on it, because at the same time we were playing it on our channel, I had my own separate account that I was playing in my spare time. And I just kind of burnt out on it. But maybe we'll go back to it eventually? I don't know. Maybe. We got Pokemon Sword. Obviously, we're playing that. If you guys want to know how I feel about Pokemon Sword and Shield, I literally had a review that went up today. So I'll link that as well if I remember to. But then we also have Let's Go Eevee, which I absolutely love, and we will be going back to because I need to get that Articuno. But then we also have Polybridge, great game, not very good on Switch. If you're gonna play Polybridge on Switch, play it in handheld, because this game works really well with touchscreen controls, which you can do in handheld. But if you're playing it in the dock, it requires motion controls to do everything, which in my experience do not work very well for this game. So if you're going to play it on Switch, play it in handheld. It's a great game to play in handheld. Don't play it on the TV. It's just bad. Rocket League, great game. I want to go back to it eventually. I need to re-download it, but, you know, it's alright. Sonic Forces, a game that receives a lot of criticism, and granted, I feel like that criticism is warranted, as with most Sonic games, but it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I did a full playthrough of it. I'll link that if I remember to. I don't know. I've said I'm going to link so many things in the description. It'll be a miracle if I remember all of them. But, Splatoon 2, great game. I got it much later than I would have liked. I actually got it, like, fairly recently. I think I got it around Christmas last year. So, I actually haven't had it that long. I've had it, like, less than a year, because Christmas hasn't come up yet. But then, Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, I want to play this game on the channel, and we will play this game on the channel. However, I want to play it with a special guest who will be here in the recording room with me. And I'm still working out the logistics of that, so I don't know when that's going to happen, because this special guest is a very busy person, so whenever he has time in his schedule, I want to do a live stream with this special guest where we will just binge the fuck out of this game. So we will be playing it at some point. I don't know when. I'm working out the logistics of getting this special guest involved. I'm not going to say who it is, but look forward to that in the near future, hopefully. Super hot, great game. Smash Bros. It's Smash Bros. I don't have to defend it. It's fantastic. Everybody knows it's fantastic. Super Nintendo Entertainment System Online, of course I have that. Why wouldn't I have that? Super Mario Party, great game. There are a few things I didn't like about it. Mainly, it's lacking in content, I feel, because there's only 4 boards you can play on, which is kind of dumb. And there was a few other things that were kind of like, they could have done better. But compared to the previous Mario games, or Mario Party games we've gotten, this is a much bigger step in the right direction, because it goes more into traditional Mario Party and none of that car bullshit that the last 2 games had. But then we have Super Mario Odyssey. I technically do not own this game. It's here. I technically do not own it. It's actually my nephew's digital copy that I downloaded it on here, so we could play it. But Super Mario Maker 2, fantastic. We will be going back to it eventually. Tetris 99, the game that I actually predicted 3 fucking months before it came out. I was talking about how we have so many Battle Royales, and I was like, I bet you Tetris Battle Royale is gonna be a thing. And 3 months later, we got Tetris 99. I fucking called this game, and I love it. It's fantastic. It's a great game. The Bunker, that was a really fun experience on the channel. Again, I'll try to link it if I remember. I probably won't. Skyrim. Skyrim. I have been bitched at so many times to bring this game back. And maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't fucking know. You guys know damn well I'm gonna bring this back. So many people have demanded it. I just don't know when. It's lower on the priority list, but it will happen. Flame in the Flood, great game. I kind of got burnt out on it really quickly, though. It looked really good in the trailers, and it is a really solid game, but I didn't get as much enjoyment out of it as I thought I was going to. Because it is a roguelike game, and I was looking at it in the same vein of, like, Binding of Isaac, which is a roguelike, which I absolutely love. And I got so much out of Binding of Isaac. And Flame in the Flood just, I don't know, it's not a bad game, but it kind of dropped the ball for me, because I had my expectations much higher than what the game actually delivered. Not a bad game. If you like roguelikes, it's fun, but I got burnt out on it pretty quickly. It wasn't a very expensive game, though, so that's fine. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, fantastic game. We will be going back to that soon. Undertale. It's Undertale. Do I really have to say more? I know people are probably like, what happened to the Undertale playthrough? You know, I did a full pacifist run, and we did the genocide run all the way up to the Sans fight, and that's where we're at right now. And I have been playing Undertale in my spare time, practicing that Sans fight, and when I feel I am competent enough to beat it in a live stream, we will live stream Undertale, and I'll beat him. and then we'll continue from there. But right now, I do not feel competent enough to waste everybody's time with a live stream where we accomplish nothing. So that is why we have not been playing Undertale, is because I need to practice with the Sans fight. It will happen eventually, but I don't know when. Untitled Goose Game, literally on my top 5 favorite games of all time. We will be going back to it at some point, because we beat the game, but there's some like after game stuff you can do, so we'll go back to it at some point. It'll get like at least one more episode. Warframe, fantastic game. I don't have it downloaded right now, but I have it on my PC. It's a great game. It's free. There's no reason not to have it. It's actually one of the best free-to-play games that I know of. And I've played Warframe long before it was on Nintendo Switch. I used to play it on the PC way back when, like before it got all the major updates that it has now. Warframe's a fantastic game, highly recommended, and it's free, so you really have no excuse to not to play it. But there we go. Those are all my games. And, that's everything I have going on with my Nintendo Switch that I now, starting tomorrow, have owned for 2 years. Hopefully, I will remember to link all of that stuff in the description that I said I was going to. If I did not, sorry, but hopefully I will. That being said, maybe we'll do one more of these next year, and after that I feel like it's probably redundant and we've pushed this as far as it'll go. But, it's fun to stop in every now and then and see how far we've come with, a game collection or accessories and all that. And, so I will be getting Doom Eternal when that comes out, and I will be getting Animal Crossing New Horizons when that comes out, which coincidentally both come out on the same day now, because they both got delayed. And not only did they both get delayed, but they both got delayed to the exact same day. So that's going to be a very confusing day for my channel, because I'll be playing Doom Eternal, which is this brutal, gory-ass game, and I'll be playing Animal Crossing the same day. I figure I'm going to do, maybe a 5-hour stream of Doom, and then maybe like a 2 or 3 hour stream of Animal Crossing that day. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out, but that's gonna be a very confusing day for the channel. But anyway, that being said, thank all you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this kind of content. I know it's a little, out of the usual. I will be live streaming tonight, 100%. I was supposed to do it tomorrow, but my computer, yesterday. I was supposed to do it yesterday, my computer broke, I fixed it, so we will be live streaming tonight, 100%. So that being said, thank all you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, guys.